Okay, welcome to the stream. I see I have see I have currently no viewers. That's a bit of a shame, but oh well. Today I'm going to make the queen of chess. So right here I have the king, and now I will make an accompanying piece for His Majesty. It should be a lot easier since I've already the king made. It's mostly the same, I think. Yeah, the only difference could also be just the head part, I think. That's just a bit of coloring. Wait, if it's the same, I can just copy and paste. It's even quicker. Well, like that, like so. And now just delete the top part with a bit of I could call it a day right here. But no, there needs to be some difference between the king and queen to make the two pieces stand out from one another. And if I look something like that, maybe like this little crown. Based on many pictures, the queen appears to have some sort of dome above her head. Maybe if I try to replicate that, it's a bit difficult. Hmm. No, the dome. Maybe if I make it a bit wider, or a bit more space, if I wish to have a dome right here. Hmm. No, it doesn't look like chess piece anymore. Reminds me of Toad from Memorial with a big head. No, I don't think this is going to work. Going back to, I think this is still the best, because if I do it much differently, it's may stop looking like like decent, right? So what if I make the dome gold? So there's still some well, some difference between the king and queen. Hmm. This will be a tricky one. I will have to think how I want to do the queen piece later. I think I will try a different piece for now though. Maybe the bishop. Bishop is basically round on the top. Which is essentially the king piece, but with a little hole right here. So if I do that, like so. That's basically it, right? Or without the outline. It's a bit, either way, it's a bit difficult to represent pixel art, I think. I think like this works best. That's the bishop though, I think. I will put it in the underneath the king for now. In my little collection so far. And then we can move on to the next piece, which is the knight. No, let's go with rook instead. Knight is a horse. Rook is just out, much easier to do. Since it is just a tower, I can essentially just take this and just make it, just move this part actually, and then have it like so. You can make it a bit wider, but I don't think I have to do that. I have to get rid of the cross though. I mean, essentially just the rook, but it feels a little narrow. How tall is the about the same? I think I make the rook a bit wider. So we'll just do that. Make the base a bit wider. And something seems off. Right. Right, now feels a bit too wide. Maybe if I do this, so it's like a huge tower from the get-go. No, for that I will have to completely do all the shading. That will be a bit tedious. But I think this does look better for the rook. No, you cannot sling the rook, or have to make it significantly bigger than the other pieces, which I'm not sure if I want to do that. So I have to keep it relatively wide. And I have to redo some of the shading so it doesn't look weird. I think do I want to change it? I could. No, I think for now this is well good enough. So let's put that in the collection for now. And you know what the best part is about these pieces? If I want more, I can just recolor them. And that's 1, 2, 3. I still need 3 more pieces, which is the queen. But I think this version of the queen is actually decent. So we'll just use that. Just only slightly bigger than the rook. And I only need a horse, the knight, and the pawn. Then I have made the whole set. I have no viewers whatsoever. I guess nobody is interested. Well, that's a shame. That I cannot force anyone to watch, I suppose. Anyway, let's make the last 2 pieces, and then I'll call it a day, I think. Which is the pawn. The pawn is easy to do. Well, be the wrong piece of me. Right, so the pawn is basically just this but smaller. Just getting rid of the cross. This. This. And lower this part. And I think that should be it actually. That's all the pawn needs to be. Oh, yep. That's that's it. That's the pawn. I can make it. Guess I can make him a bit taller. So instead, make him like this. And then do this. Let's see how he compares to the others. Well, he's not too much smaller, but that's perfectly fine. He's only 1 pixel smaller than the king. So, and now the hardest piece of them all, the knight. I'm not even sure how I will do the head part. How am I supposed to do a horse? That will be the question. Okay, this part will need a bit of sketching before I can make anything. So that's what I will do. Okay, so you've the body which is something like this, then that goes about like so. Something like this, I think. And I have to take this and somehow turn it into a horse. That's okay. Let's just first try and just give them the colors, and we will see from there. For now, I won't do the shading. We first need to establish where all. I first need to establish where all the colors will go. This not. Oh, I already don't think this is doing it. I want to try that again, but this time I will remove more of the base. Okay, second shot, like so. This is a lot more space. But a lot more space doesn't mean much if I'm not sure how I will use it. Okay, I need a moment to think about the shape. Do I need to make the nose shorter? Yes. We'll make the nose a bit shorter. Like so. The mane can be something. The ears goes more this way, I think. No. The ears are fine if I just delete them. and an I. Well, what if I do this instead? Have the ear be. No, I think it's best if I keep the ear on top. It looks very. I think the back is too far this side. So doesn't look much like a horse. But I don't think I can make it much better than this. Well, I don't think I can do much more improvements than this, so I'll call it a day here. Oh. Just doing some shading and then it's done, I think. Yep, I think that should be it. I don't think I can make a better horse than this. Because with just 16 by 16 you cannot do much more. Well, I think that's good enough for today. I will only quickly put it in the collection. Let's have a layer below. Paste. Then we have our final piece, the knight. And with that, that's We can quickly take a look at the pieces we have. The, the king, the bishop, the rook, queen, pawn and knight. I'm not entirely convinced with the queen. I may have to change her later. But, oh well. For now, consider this the end of the stream. Quickly saving. And I say goodbye.